How's it going, everybody? So today I wanted to try some magical archer decks, and this card I just don't see it hardly ever used on ladder. So I've got 3 different decks that I want to use and see if we can actually perform well with it, because I haven't used magic archer in a long time, and I just want to give the card some love because I know it's definitely one of the more unique cards in Clash Royale in my opinion. It's pretty fun to use as well, but he's gonna go for the Ice Wiz to back first play. Could be really anything still. With that, maybe Mortar, maybe Graveyard, maybe Ice Bow, you never know. I'm going to cycle my Royal Ghost on the right-hand side right here. But yeah, I just want to see if we can get some Magic Archer usage, because it feels like it hasn't been in the meta for a long time. Maybe in 1 to 2 niche decks that aren't popular, it's always, semi-usable. But that's about it. And I thought this deck with the Royal Hogs that I saw on TV Royale was like perfect, because it has Royal Hogs, of course, it has Rascals for that split aspect pressure, whatever you want to call it. And then I can just go for the Piggies right here. He probably has a building if he's playing Graveyard, which he is. So Splash Yard, I'm not sure how I feel about that matchup. It's going to be a little bit rough. I think we're going to have to rely a lot on our Rascals for defense. We do have decent defenses for the Graveyard in general. Goblin Hut is still pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It's still a solid card in this game. This is kind of a close version to that one Ice Wiz Piggies deck I was playing earlier in the season, but I think this one's a little bit different, and of course more unique on offense as well with the Magical Archer. I might even go for a March of the Bridge here on this night. I'm going to go for it right now. Just get the shots on tower. He does Baby Dragon, but we still should get at least, 3 shots right there. Not too bad. We don't get the 4th one, unfortunately. My geometry wasn't good enough or something. I'm going to go Rascals like this, down low to defend that Baby Dragon. That Knight might get 1 shot on my tower. I think it does just barely, unfortunately. But that's all good, though. I'm not really too worried about that. So, in this matchup, I think it's going to be hard to actually sustain a lead. So, I need to keep pressuring most of the game. I might even go for dual lane pressure, because against Splash Yard, if you get stuck into one lane, they can just keep poisoning that lane pretty much the whole time. And then eventually, you'll get overwhelmed. So, I don't really want that to happen. I'm going to go for the Goblin Hut like this. I need him to use his poisons badly here in this game, so I can actually get some value out of my Magical Archer. I could go for it at the bridge again, but I think that's too aggressive for this situation. He might Graveyard here, so I'm just going to go for my Magic Archer like this on the Baby Dragon. Try and snipe that off the map pretty quickly here. He is probably going to poison that. Yeah, he does. So I can go Rascals on the opposite side. I like this situation, even though he's going to poison the Marcher pretty much every time I place it, probably, as long as it isn't at the river, of course. And he's probably going to be predicting the Magic Archer at the river the rest of this game if I had to make a prediction. But I'm going to go for the Fireball and the Tombstone and the Knight right here. Ooh, imagine I got that Ice Wiz in there too. That would have been nice, but that's still going to go invisible. That Ghost is, by the way. That's perfect. Going to kill the whole Ice Wizard, I think. And those Piggies on the left side are going to give me the opportunity to now switch lanes, so I'm not really forced to be stuck into one lane, which is really what I want right here. So he's going to Baby Dragon. I should have put my Goblin Hut 1 tile lower, low key. I didn't think about that, but it's all good. He's going to poison the Marcher again. That's fine. I'm okay with this as long as we're kind of trading that damage for him not being able to go offensive. I'm kind of cool with it, and maybe getting a bit of Pig's Chip the whole game as well. I think we'll be in a good spot. So he's going to give me an Ice Wizard with the Fireball. I'll definitely take that probably every single time he does it. As long as it's on the weak side tower, of course. But I'm just going to go Goblin Hut like this right here. Get the Spear Goblin spawning. Go for the Electro Spirit. Oh, I did the same mistake again. Okay, next time I Goblin Hut, I'm not going to put it that high. I'm going to put it 1 tile lower, because the Baby Dragon can snipe it. And I'm a dummy for doing that again, low key. But just going to cycle my Ghost back. We're still up over 1,000 damage, so I'm not really too worried. He doesn't have Poison Cycle. This time, I'm going to go for my Goblin Hut in the correct tile and actually get some value out of this card, hopefully. I've got Evo Pigs, but like, dude, you guys can see these tombstones. They're just sitting there right now. I don't really want to Pigs into them. I'm going to Marcher. Oh, that was a good Baby Dragon. I'm going to Fireball too, just so we can kill the Baby Dragon here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to kill this Graveyard with my Barbarian Barrel. Really nice Barbarian Barrel. We're going to catch like, what, 7 Skellies in there or something, which is kind of absurd for a single Barbarian Barrel with how little radius it has. But that's fine right there. We're going to take a lot of damage, but not too much, I guess. I definitely am not mad about that amount of damage that we took. I'm going to go for a Rascals the Bridge and then Piggy's opposite lane right here. A little dual lane pressure. I'm going to Electro Spirit too like this, because he's probably going to want a Bar Barrel on top of them. There's the Tombstone. That flying Piggy, though, the one on the left, just floats to his tower, and I love that interaction so much. It's so annoying if you're facing the card, but it's so fun when it's on your team. I'm going to go Barbarian Barrel like this. I'm going to go for the Rascals at the bridge to block for this Ice Wizard and the Baby Dragon, of course. And I think we're going to be in a good spot. That was a good tornado, but I don't think it matters that much, because we have enough of a lead to where if I keep the pressure on and don't let a Graveyard do over like 500 damage, we shouldn't lose this game. Going to Ghost to keep that Magic Archer alive. Nice. He goes for the late Night right there. I might even just go, yeah, I'm going to go Pigs on the right-hand side. He's going to go for the Baby Dragon. Unfortunately, I think that's going to kill my Magical Archer. Yeah, it does. And then I can just go for another Marcher, though, and it's going to continue to just sit on the map forever. He's going to have to Graveyard here. there it is. So he's going to poison that as well if I had to predict it. Let's go for the Ghost on top of this, then Electro Spirit to make sure the graveyard doesn't do too much damage. And I like this deck. It feels fun. I'm going to go Royal Hogs Evolution. They're floating in the air. Let's go. And I think we have this game in the bag. Just going to Fireball that pig. He's going to float to the tower once again. And Tombstone comes down late. That's going to be a nice first victory. He's laughing it up as well. I mean, I don't know what really we did that well that game. I feel like Magic Archer got some good value. Unfortunately, he did have poison. There's a lot of poison and Fireball in this meta, so maybe Magic Archer isn't that good, but we'll find out with these next two decks. The next deck I'm going to be rocking here is this Magical Archer Pekka Bridge Spam deck. Of course, I think this is more of the traditional Magic Archer deck. Like, a lot of people used to use Magic Archer and Pekka, but nobody really runs it anymore. And it makes me sad because I think it's a high skill card. I know it has a lot of hate. People say, oh, this card, you just place it at the bridge. But to be honest with you, it doesn't have much HP, so you actually have to use the cards sort of well to be good with it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go for the Electro Wizard at the back. Looks like he could have Lava Hound potentially, which is going to be an interesting matchup depending on the spells and whatnot. He has Fireball. Okay, that's not great because of course, the Fireball is going to be great against my Magic Archer and the Ewis too, to be fair. As long as we can outcycle him, though, which I think we should be able to do, even though our deck isn't super cheap or anything, we should be in a fine spot right here. So Battle Ram coming down, he's going to go for the Valkyrie. That should still connect if I'm not mistaken. He vines, but he vines late. Wow. All that elixir spent just to take 1,000 damage from a single battle ram is kind of insane. But just going to go Ghost on top of this Valk. I don't believe he has the best responses in Cycle. Does he have Tombstone? I can't remember. I'm going to go for the Bandit, the bridge right here, and see what he does want to do for that. I'm guessing he's going to play a building. Yeah, it is Tombstone. Okay, so I figured, wait, did I just face Tombstone last game? What the heck? I'm facing Tombstone back-to-back games? That's going to be the first time I've faced two different decks with Tombstone in it for a long time. Okay, Balloon the Bridge is a little bit insane, to be honest, because I feel like that's too aggressive for this type of situation. Even though he's going to get good value, he's probably going to Fireball my Magic Archer if he smarts, and then, of course, the Pekka is going to still need a response, but at least we'll get him to spend Elixir. So he does let the Ewis go, of course. I'm going to go Ghost as soon as I can on this right-hand side, and this should be some damage. Wait, let's go Battle Ram, actually. Wait, let me just wait a second. I'm going to go, yeah, Ram now since he played his Valk. I think Ram's better than Ghost here just because he's going to go for the Tombstone, right? I can zap this as soon as it pops. Okay, perfect. That should be some good damage. Maybe I should have Ghosted, actually. I don't know. I regret my decision a little bit, but he doesn't have any ground cards inside. So what if I just Bandit the bridge on 0? I don't think he can really do anything about that, and that should just be tower down. He's probably going to Lava Hound the back. If we can stop one big Lava Hound push, I'll feel pretty confident about this. He does actually try and defend that. Well, he does defend it, to be fair. With the Vine spell, but I still think that's too aggressive. I'm going to go for the Ghost on this left-hand side. That's going to take the whole tower, I'm pretty sure, if he doesn't play anything. Yeah, he has to Fireball that, which is super duper good because, of course, now we can Magical Archer the back. I feel like Eminem right now with how fast I'm talking again, but I think we should just go Ram the back, and then, yep, there's the lava. We'll pack at the bridge in front of this Ram. He's going to definitely Baby Dragon this. I'm actually going to go Ewis if he does Baby Dragon, I think, as soon as I can. You know what? No, let me chill. Actually, no, let's go Ewis. I lied. I don't want to chill. If I do chill, I could definitely get into a bad spot. He's going to Valk. He's probably going to take our tower on the left, but I don't care that much because we have so much pressure on this side that I feel like it doesn't matter. If he takes our tower, we should still be in a good spot. So he's going to Balloon, of course, so that's probably tower down. Maybe I can save tower? Nah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to Fireball. I think it's still going to take, though. What if I zap as well? Could I save it? No, the Balloon gets that shot, dude. If I could have got the zap, if I would have zapped earlier than he wizarded on 0, I think I actually could have saved my tower. So that's a bit of a mistake, but let's go Bandit, try and catch him off guard in the pockets. And then he's going to have to Valk on top of that. Ewis is going to be decent right there and to get a few shots on tower. We just need to be careful of a Lava Hound the bridge or pockets. I'm just going to Magical Archer like this again on the side, and I think we're chilling. I don't know. It's a little bit scary, but I don't feel like we're in the worst spot ever. I can Battle Ram to kite that back and then just go for the Fireball on top of all this right here. Electro Wizard as soon as I can on top of the Balloon. Holy cow, that Balloon is moving at light speed. Because of that Baby Dragon, but I think we're all right. Let's go Bandit like this. Does he have any ground cards in Cycle? I don't think he does, right? That should be on tower. Nice. Oh, let's go. Bandit gonna get a bunch of damage. I'm not gonna go for the Magic Archer. It's too aggressive, I think. He could also predict it, so I don't want to throw the game like that. I'm going to march all the way in the back right here. I think that we're fine as long as I don't choke. I'm a little bit nervous of throwing this game just from like a good Fireball Balloon or something, but let's go Ram to keep the pressure on. I'm not sure how he's going to stop that right there. I've got the Ewis. He has to go Vines on top of the Ram, which is always not really what you want to do. He has to also burn his Tombstone. I'm going to go Bandit to make sure this Ewis is not Fireballable. Is that a word, Fireballable? It feels like a funny word to say, but just going to go Ghost opposite lane. I don't think he can really stop this. We have too much on the map. I'm just going to Fireball Cycle him. He has to defend the Ghost. He doesn't have any ground cards in Cycle. That's got to be GG, I'm pretty sure. Let's just Marcher as well to be annoying, and then Bandit the pocket, and that's going to be game. Let's freaking go. Pekka's nasty. Deck number 3 right here is this Magic Archer Cycle deck with the Miner and the Wall Breakers. This is kind of an OG one. The Rimmy deck, I guess, is what it's called. Usually the Rimmy Ellie deck. I'm not sure if I pronounced his name right. But just going to go log on top of this. 10% battery. Oh, we're facing Anaban from the iShow Speed clan. By the way, that's actually hilarious. Let's go for the Miner on his tower. He usually plays some type of Tornado deck, so I'm going to be expecting that. Baby Dragon, yeah, it's definitely either Pekka Balloon Freeze or maybe like Golem or E-Giants. I'm going to go for the Wall Breakers on the right-hand side right here. Then Valk on top of this Baby Dragon to get the defense off. He does have NATO, so he goes for the NATO on the Wall Breakers, which is fine. I guess we could just Spear Goblins the bridge and force him to play something else. I think playing really aggressive in the single with this deck is always a good play for the most part because you can kind of get away with it. So I'm going to March with the Valkyrie actually right here. He has Void? Wow. Oh, I honestly don't think I've seen a Void on ladder this season, so that's kind of funny that he does actually have one. I'm not sure how to feel about that. It's actually wild. I'm going to go for the Miner on his tower, though. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go Miner to the back, because he's probably going to expect it in the safe spot right here. Let's Wall Breakers, too, to force him to play a bunch of Elixir. There's the Ice Wizard. That still connects. Yeah, if he didn't play anything else, that would have connected. So that's fine. I'm just going to let that lock on my tower, then Spear Goblins late, and I think we should be vibing right here. Valkyrie up top as well for the Baby Dragon is pretty good, and I think we're fine. So almost in double Elixir. I think double Elixir is going to be pretty easy for us to defend. Looks like he is playing, yeah, I was going to say Electro Giant with a Void, though, is very weird. Maybe it's not going to be that easy to defend because Void's going to be pretty good against Bomb Tower and Magical Archer, I would say. But with this lead, I don't think we throw this since he doesn't have that big spell, right? How's he going to actually get the tower damage, you know, besides the E-Giants? I don't really think he has a consistent way to get damage. I don't think he has bowlers. I'm going to go for the Miner on top of his tower like this, and then I'm going to Wall Breakers too again. It's pretty aggressive, but I think it is fine right here. He might, yeah, he's got a Barbell and then a Tornado. That doesn't even kill both the Wall Breakers, dude. Tornado does 0 damage. That is a perfect example of that. He played a Barbarian Barrel on that Wall Breaker, and he Tornadoed it after, and the Tornado didn't even kill the first wave of the Wall Breaker. That's ridiculous. There's the Void on top of that. I'm going to go Valk behind on top of this Valkyrie as well, and I think we're in a good spot right here. I'm just going to go... I guess we'll log. I don't really want to play too aggressive. I could go Miner the back. I'm just going to Bomb Tower the bridge, though, or the middle, though, I mean. He's got a Sparky. What in the world did I just witness? He has a Sparky. Wait, he actually has a Sparky. That is not good. That is really bad. This deck struggles heavily against Sparky because you don't have a good response, obviously. Let's go for the Spear Goblins like this. He does have the Void. Okay, so it makes sense why he doesn't have Lightning now, because if he had Lightning, his deck would be too expensive. I'm going to go Bomb Tower. No, I couldn't place it because the other Bomb Tower was still there. This is not good. Let's go Wall Breakers, Tornado, Spear Goblins on the Sparky. He's going to Sparky again. Oh, good heavens. We actually might be in a terrible situation here. It's going to be... No! Are you serious? Don't do it. No, 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 no. That is not what I wanted. We actually might be cooked. Let's go Bomb Tower. He might Void it. Oh, good grief. Okay, I need to Magic Archer. I can't even protect my Bomb Tower, really. Which really sucks. I'm going to go Valk on top of this right here. My Magic Archer is going to die, unfortunately. I can pull this back up top. Hopefully the Valk does enough to kill the Sparky. That would be epic. You know, yeah, for the most part, we're chilling. We do take quite a bit of damage, but I think we still have a chance to win this game, and that's all that you can really ask for after taking a Sparky shot, right? He tries to pre-fire the Marcher with the Bar Barrel, so that's fine. I might have to switch lanes, guys. He Sparky's the back. I can't just play into a Sparky, obviously, so I've got to go all in right here on the right-hand side and force him to actually play defense. There's the Evolution Valk Kyrie Irving from the opponent right there, which is not great for me. Hopefully, yep, I was going to say, hopefully everything survives on the right here. He's going to E-Giant the bridge, probably. Oh, boy. Okay, Bomb Tower. I'm going to Marcher low. Let's go for the Valkyrie on top of this Sparky, and the E-Giant should pull it all the way back up. Beautiful Evo Valk right there. Yes, that is so clutch. Holy cow. That could have been really, really bad. I'm going to go for the Miner plus Wall Breakers again. He Sparkies at the same time. I feel like he's getting a little bit complacent with his Sparkies and just kind of dropping them down without really thinking too much about it. The Wall Breaker? Oh, no way. That Ice was actually got that last shot right there. That was a little bit unfortunate, I would say. Let's go for another Marcher on this left-hand side. Miner once again on the tower to keep the pressure on. He Tornadoes the Marcher. That's fine because I'm actually going to go for a log like this. Wall Breakers, then NATO the Barbarian back. Kind of a weird play, but maybe it'll work. Dude, what? He expected that? There's no way. I'm not sure if he did expect that, but either way, that was a pretty aggressive play that did not pay off, and now we're probably going to have a lot of trouble defending here. He's going to go for the Void on top of my Marcher, unfortunately. I'm going to go Miner all the way in the back like this. 30 seconds left. I need to defend for 30 seconds. I think we potentially could. He's going to E-Giant. Oh, boy. What if I Marcher then Bomb Tower like this? I need to not lose to the Sparky. That would be epic. There's the Tornado. I'm going to go Valkyrie like this right here. 17 seconds. I'm a little bit scared, to be completely honest. If I NATO everything like this, go Miner on defense, he Voids. If I can kite everything away with the Wall Breakers, only 9 seconds left. I'm going to log as well to make sure we don't lose our tower. Go for the Spear Goblins like this to pull the Baby Dragons. And then we can go for the... No way. What? Tornado, please, quick. Oh my gosh, dude, what just happened? I did not think the baby dragon was going to hit my tower, but it did. And thankfully, I reacted with that tornado in time. That could have been awkward, but nice win to finish it off. Anyways, have a good rest of your day and enjoy the Butch clip as always. And yeah, peace.